daripada Tuan Saiful.
Okay. Oh, biasa gold. Okay, Saiful mungkin macam viewer baru je. Macam saya pernah.
Iya,
Okay,
dah lama
bagus
tak
bagus.
online.
Oh, nama soalan. Okay, so tak
Ya.
apa. Anyway, gold will be always our favorite pair. And also favorite pair untuk kaya ataupun favorite pair untuk kita ke laut. Okay. Okay, so boleh tengok gold screen saya.
Iya.
Okay, okay, this on the weekly time frame. Of course, dia lebih kurang macam Bitcoin lah. The move is always to on the upside. Okay, especially when now geopolitical issue Russia Ukraine is happening. We are seeing a strong move last 2-3 weeks. Is happening because for the last 2-3 weeks we have been talking about gold will be bearish with the siapa tu Federal Reserve going to hike interest rate 6 times or 7 times or 50 basis point ataupun 25 basis point, all those. But bila issue geopolitical Russia Ukraine come about, they override basically although the issue on the interest rate hike is still there, but this issue is become a major issue ataupun isu yang lagi besar. So we are seeing gold is going north for the last 2-3 weeks. Okay, so this on the weekly time frame. Kalau kita pergi dekat daily time frame, you guys can clearly see this move from 1770 atau 1780. Okay, almost dah naik 100 $120 in the last 2 weeks. Okay, especially daripada 1820 1830 punya level. All this move are due to Russia Ukraine punya issue. Okay, it's nothing to do with the interest rate hike. And because kalau interest rate hike, gold dah menjunam dah macam ni. Okay, gold dah menjunam. Okay, with the increasing yield apa semua tu. Okay, but this geopolitical issue, it's overturned everything. And then I think most people get caught somewhere dekat 1830, 1840, even around 1890, 1880 punya zone. Okay, but nevertheless, as long as I said it, okay, this Russia-Ukraine issue still plaguing the market. Gold very unlikely to go bearish. Okay, so the only way is to go up because kalau perang, okay, people want to get hold of gold. Okay, because that's a it's a safe haven ataupun there's a safe hedge against all these geopolitical risks. So gold will be number one ni lah asset that everyone will be holding it. Okay, but assuming let's say over the weekend, okay, we thought we will get some positive news last weekend, but it didn't turn out. We got a positive news I think on Monday or Tuesday. Then it turned out to be something of a false. Kalau ikut siapa Boris Johnson, he made I think false flag operation. Okay, so things is still not settled. Still confrontation going on between these two countries. Okay, but hopefully this week at least we can see some good news. Because Putin seems like he is saying not ready for war, is not ready to invade anything. But US, I don't know, it's a conspiracy theory or anything. US keep saying no, Russia is going for war, or anytime they can go for war. Okay, so we don't know who's playing sentiment kat sini. Sama ada US is trying to play sentiment to their advantage ataupun purposely they're creating this issue with maybe Russia is only doing a normal drill. Dia punya ni lah normal drill, because this Ukraine Russia punya issue at a local dekat tempat dia Donetsk, I think it's been going on for last 10-12 years. Similar kind of thing, but only last 2-3 weeks, I don't know, media ataupun US trying to create issue, or is it for Putin, he's saying it's a normal operation ataupun normal drill that he's doing it. He's not going to plan to invade. But of course, he made some certain demands regarding NATO and also on the how US to withdraw certain troops ataupun to get out of Eastern Europe, okay, not to get involved sebab basically the Eastern Europe is basically territory Russia lah. So abang Taiko Putin dia tak nak US masuk sebab sekarang ni country-country macam Latvia, tahu tu Estonia, a few countries dekat situ is more US friendly. Cuma macam country macam Belarus, Poland, and few other kind macam Romania, not so Romania, tapi Belarus and probably Poland to certain extent maybe still Russia. So bila Ukraine is actually anak dulu under Soviet, okay. So still Russia ingat Ukraine is under them, okay. Bila US nak masuk dia tak berapa suka, okay. So that's why this confrontation atau geopolitical issue going on, okay. But putting that aside, okay, as I mentioned it, as long as this Russia-Ukraine issue coming out, gold still up, okay. But any good news coming out of Russia-Ukraine ataupun any diplomacy reach, we will probably see some retracement ataupun correction. So now the downturn move, we call it as a correction move instead of last time. We said it, the move will be more towards apa tu? Bearish will be the number one priority versus bullish second. But now the chart ataupun the trend overturn. Now bullish looks the number one priority versus bearish. That means any movement coming down is a bearish move, is only correction. Okay. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we are looking at maybe, okay, 1900 ataupun 1902 might act as a resistance, okay, if some news coming up, positive news. But if it doesn't come up, okay, there is a one more level. I think last week I clearly mentioned 1913. Okay, I think that was the previous high, was created sometime dekat sini. Masa bila sometime May last year. Okay, so there is a one more level. So between 1902 to 1913 ataupun we make it 1915, there's about $13 zone. Okay, dia boleh fake out ataupun dia boleh sideways dekat situ sebelum dia turun. So that part you guys have to watch out. I think last week also I mentioned from 1900 to 1913 will be some kind of liquidity zone. Okay, so it can go up if let's say there's no positive news coming up. It might goes up and sideways kat sini baru turun. Okay, so just bear in mind on that zone. But if let's say suddenly Monday straight away there's some positive news coming up, then 1902 will be a resistance, and we will probably see maybe $15 to $25 drop. That means we are looking at about 1875 to probably maybe it can go even a bit further, maybe 1860 punya zone, okay, somewhere kat sini. But if it's a very positive news, then we are looking at about 1855 dekat sini lah, okay. But at this point we discount that first, okay. We hope for at least 1875 to 1860 punya zone dahulu, okay. And then kalau dia naik atas, if 1890 become a resistance, that means they create like a lower high, then we probably see deeper pullback to around this 1840 to 1855 punya zone. Okay, so in a nutshell, okay, assuming positive news comes out, we are looking at a drop, and then comes up and then drop. Okay, so this is a move we're looking at it. Once we reach there, FMC, technically, let's say FMC is here, we should expect further breakdown daripada zone sini. But again, at this point, with lots of geopolitical issue and also the chart on gold kind of tilted the other way around. That's why for this time FMC, I'm not saying this big move yet, but technically this is what we should expect. Okay, but at this point I'm discounting here, although for currency pairs like GU ataupun AU just now. Okay, I mentioned it. We are looking US dollar strength. Tapi untuk gold, because there are other issues also surrounding on gold, not only purely on interest rate, dia ada possible economic recession ataupun inverted yield, okay, and also still this geopolitical issue orang kata still surrounding it. So this move at this point I'm discounting. At least we try to see what happens here and then what's coming out on the Russia-Ukraine issue. Then later part we probably see whether it goes up and to come down ataupun straight come down. So this one we will see in the next next week ataupun next 2-3 weeks. Because previously I was always adamant that it's gold as long as they maintain below 1830 ataupun even 1850, it's always bearish. But the moment they break this 1840, 1850 punya zone up to this 1900, we have to a bit nimble to change kita punya apa prediction for gold. Okay.
Okay, baik. Terima kasih Cik Rashid. So itu analisa untuk gold So sekarang lebih ke arah apa uptrend
Ke atas.
Ke atas.
Yes.
Okay.
So anything can happen. Tiba-tiba contoh even kalau Russia tak start pun, okay, tiba-tiba Ukraine dia try to I don't know fire macam hari okay. It's a bit a sad story dalam kita punya history pun. I think MS saya tak remember yang kita punya kapal terbang tu yang kena tembak tu dekat Ukraine.
370 ke apa tak ingat.
No, 370 yang masuk laut kan. This one MS-17 I think. MS-17. So masa tu I think Ukraine we don't know siapa yang tembak tapi that air zone is still very very dangerous. That's why I think most of the airlines is avoiding that airspace between Ukraine and Russia dekat situ. If suddenly Ukraine pergi shoot a missile, okay, although there's no confrontation from Russia, tiba-tiba Ukraine yang start, then Russia can react, and then bila Russia react, then katakan UK, so UK yang tengah lead dia punya defense dekat NATO dekat Europe sana via I think which country I can't remember. Then UK make a move ataupun NATO making a first move, then Russia to react, then US to come in. So it will become a chain reaction, which we are trying to avoid. So that's why now both parties just have to orang kata keep quiet and then don't do any move first. Tiba-tiba even kalau bukan arahan dari kerajaan pun, dia orang ada beberapa gerila ataupun orang kata yang sendiri, rakyat dia sendiri yang pergi katakan launch missile dari Ukraine ke Russia, then it can start the war. So that's why any small mistake is happen between macam hari tu ada juga berita keluar ada bomb somewhere between the Russia to Ukraine atau Ukraine to Russia, suddenly market panic for a few minutes.
Yeah, Ukraine.
So that thing can happen anytime. So it's a bit very sensitive right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Let's say for example, suddenly that news come out even tonight midnight, then we will see Bitcoin will react quite strongly, and also on Monday that could be a gap up on gold. So that's why all this geopolitical issue a bit very sensitive. That's why although maybe Russia is not making the move, that's why even Russia I think also saying maybe if somebody contohnya lah ini just US is the one asking the guerrilla, contoh Ukraine punya guerrilla
to launch for
it. So they do it and then to start the war. So there's so many theories going around. Hopefully all those I think hopefully Putin and Biden take it in a very rational way ataupun with a very calm manner.
Okay. Tuan Fahan, float sell gold tembus tanpa belas kasihan. Ya, sebab ada isu apa? semasa Ukraine dengan Russia. So dia
Tak, Tuan
trigger.
Farhan kata sell gold ke apa?
Ya, dia
float
sell
sell gold.
gold.
Okay.
Tembus tanpa belas kasihan kan.
Ya, betul. Sebab ada beberapa level dia dah break. First they
Yes.
break 1830, then they break dekat 1850, then they break dekat 1875, then they break even 1890. Ada orang ingatkan 1890 will be because some of the technical traders, if you guys use the technical part, there was a daily bila ada positive news came out, okay, then we had a daily engulfing candle, bearish engulfing. So typically, once you create a bearish engulfing on daily, anything goes up, we will take it as a retracement ataupun corrective move. So you start to sell around the feeble zone around 23 ataupun 38.2. Okay, so that will be the typical technical traders punya entry. But again, when people start to sell about 1885 until about 1890, they get caught. Market push to about 1900 to 1902. Before they drop pergi 1885, lepas tu malam tadi dia naik balik back to 1900. So siapa yang sell dekat zone tu memang terperangkap lah.
Betul lah. Okay, salam